playing the piano. My name is Martha Fearon, but everybody around here calls me Miss Maude. And I've been playing this piano since I was 5 years old. Never had a lesson, don't know one note from the next, but there's not a song I can't play. It's been my livelihood. It's a talent from God. I've taught all of my children and my grandchildren to play by ear. Even my great-nephew, Edward, taught him. Set him down at the piano stool, put a blindfold on him. I played some notes. I said, now, Edward, I want you to find those notes. He did it. Took him a while, but he did it. I think I might have started something because somebody said he's still in the blindfold. Anyway, my husband, George, died during the Great Depression in the 1930s, left me with 10 little children raised right by myself. Now, back then, we didn't have any public assistance, no welfare, no food stamps, all that stuff they're cutting that now. Didn't have that. You were on your own. You had to do it yourself. And I rose to the occasion. Went down here to the Carolina Theater, got me a job playing the piano for silent movies. And most of the time, I would kind of make it up as I went along. It wasn't hard. Sometimes they'd send me, if there was a longer movie, they'd send me what's called a vibrato. That would kind of tell me, suggest some songs to play to go along with what was going on the screen. But most of the time I made it up as I went along, because really there was only 3 things happening on the screen. Something good was going to happen, something bad was going to happen, somebody's chasing somebody. Same way it is nowadays. Now when something good was happening and the lovers were on the screen and they were kissing, I'd play this. And then when the villain came on and he was there to collect the rent, or he was tying the woman to the railroad tracks, I'd play this. Then when the cops and robbers were on stage, on the screen, or the cowboys and Indians chasing each other. That's what I did at the theater. And I guess where else I played the piano? Brothels. You didn't know about those, did you? Well, you did, sir. I think. Anyway, I don't judge you. You don't judge me. Because you know what? They needed a piano player, and I needed to feed my family. I did what I had to do. Times were tight. I also had a dance studio. Never had a dance lesson. But choreographed all these minstrel shows that came to town and any local productions. I was right there, right in the middle of everything. Folks said, well, Mom, why didn't you ever appear on radio or television? And my answer always was, you know, I didn't have the money to get to New York. Because all I ever knew in my life was poverty and happiness. He said, now, Maude, how can you be happy when you're poor? Well, I'm here to tell you we were. And times were tight, times were worse than anything you can imagine. Food was scarce. One thing, living here in Pasquotank County, you know, one thing we always had on the table. Potatoes. Baked them, boiled them, stewed them, fried them, mashed them, creamed them. Anything you can do with a potato, I did. I was the first potato queen. Now, meat was a different story. Now, meat was very scarce. I know one Thanksgiving, I I did not have the money to buy a turkey for my family, and I didn't want to disappoint those poor little children. But I thought, you know what? You might as well laugh as cry. I was out in the yard, I was walking around, and I spied this old gray goose decoy over in the bushes. And I thought, well, there's my turkey right there. So I cleaned him up, brought him in the house, put him on a platter in the middle of the dining room table, set out the good china, brought out them damn potatoes. The kids came in and we said grace, and I took the lid off that platter, and those children saw that and laughed and laughed. They are smart folks are still talking about that to this very day. You laugh. But you know what? They got the joke. That was the best Thanksgiving we ever had. We didn't need a turkey. Another time I cooked cabbage for lunch. Well, we called it dinner back then. I didn't know what we were going to have for supper. Supper time was rolling around, and I didn't have a thing in the pantry. Well, our goldfish had died that day. See where I'm going with this, don't you? I was a fool. Might as well laugh as cry. I went out and went to garbage and got those old cabbage leaves I thrown away earlier in the day, and put them on the platter. Got those goldfish, laid them out just as pretty on there, and cleaned it up just as pretty, put it on the kitchen table. Said, come on, youngest, we having fish for supper. They got to that table and they saw what was waiting for me. Their eyes got right big. I said, oh, Mama, she's done it again. Well, a brother came in the back door with a sack of groceries back that time. The Lord looked out for us sin. He was good to us then as always. And everything I ever had, I got through hard work and perseverance. That's the way I got my beach cottage. See, a hurricane came through down at the beach, 1930s. Tore up the log cottage, blew the roof right off. Well, they didn't want it anymore. They sold it to me for much or nothing. My boys were smart. They went down there, put a new roof on, got that place in good shape. We spent many a fine summer down there. Family time. Now, it's not there anymore. Some of y'all might remember that cottage. It was kind of a landmark. You see, it was facing the sign at the end of Old Nanstead Road, and when the ships would sink in the water and the debris would wash up, we would save those nameplates on the ships, and we decorated the side of the cottage with those. Pretty, it was pretty. Well, the house is not there anymore, but those nameplates that we preserved, they're down at the Chicken Comic Light Station in Rodin. You all can go down there and see it sometime. It's easy to find. It's called the Maude Collection. Now, I've had a good life. I bet you're not surprised to know I played the piano right on up to the very end. When I was 9 years old, my folks gave me this big birthday party. Hired some poor pitiful fellow to play the piano. Waste of money. He couldn't play half as good as I could, and I was an old woman. Well, I rolled my wheelchair over there to that piano, and I said, Bud, I appreciate it. It's my party. Get the hell up. Let me show you how to do it. I got up, and I sat there, and I played that piano. I tore it up. They had the whole piano down both ends. That was a good time. One more thing, then I'll let you go. I've seen a lot of things in my day, but if I had to pick one invention that was my favorite during my lifetime, after washing the diapers for all those 10 children all those years, I think it would have to be the automatic washing machine. Now, you can take your iPods and your iPads and your cars that talk to you, but I'll take my washing machine any day. Well, I appreciate you coming tonight. It's my bedtime.